Hey, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm looking at two daily planners for 2026, one from Colibri and one from Hemlock and Oak. I've been struggling with productivity a lot lately, and that's something I really want to get a better handle on next year. I am not planning to use a daily planner every single day. I've tried that before and it doesn't seem to work out for me. And then I feel bad that I didn't do it, right? So this is more for the days when I'm feeling like really overwhelmed or I've got a lot to juggle. I don't want to force myself into a routine that I can't keep up with or doesn't feel right. So this is just something to reach for, like when it makes sense. I reached out to both brands and they were nice enough to send these so that I could try them out. They're very different from each other, as you can see. One is bound, the other is a coil. So it'll be interesting to see which one fits my style better. I've used Hemlock and Oak for a couple of years now, and their paper is honestly some of the best. And Calibri already impressed me with another planner I showed in a flip through video if you want to check that out. I do have discount codes for you. My code for Hemlock and Oak is Bumble10. You can get 10% off. And my code for Calibri is planningwithbumble, and that will give you 15% off. Links are in the description for both, but let's take a look at each one and see which one might work for me in 2026. One thing I want to mention first is that this is a 6-month undated planner and this is a 12-month dated planner. So we're comparing apples to oranges, I know, but I meant to ask Hemlock and Oak for an undated planner, and the reason is that I'm not going to be using it every day. So it would feel better for me to see a planner that was all filled out. However, this can be redated, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I do, however, like that this is 12 months, and I don't think they offer 12-month undated planners. I'm not sure. I couldn't find them on the website, but it's a real thick, chunky book, and I kind of like that. I like the thought of that. So since we're talking about it, let's look at the Hemlock and Oak first. Hemlock and Oak is such a great company. They're very friendly over there, and their planners are made in Canada. They have a whole bunch of different options at Hemlock and Oak. You can go check out all the different types of planners they offer. I'm just gonna go over this one today. The color I chose is called Blossom Field, and I think it's a gorgeous muted pink color. It's perfect for me. It just suits me so much. This is made out of cloth. Can you hear it? It's woven from FSC certified 100% rayon. The paper is 120 GSM and there's 416 pages in here. They do offer a daily duo for 2026 where you get 2 dated planners as a set, but I noticed on their website that that is sold out right now, so I don't know if they restock, but this planner retails for $71 and it's worth it, you guys. Wait until you see it. It just feels like an actual book that I'm writing in, you know what I mean? Here's your name page. Plan your dreams. You have your 2026, 2027 calendar. And then you have this page, which is super useful, I think, because you have the calendar again, but now you have a space for each month. I like how it's horizontal like that. You have your quarter pages here, and each of these is the day of the month, so you can fill that out however you need. And then you also have this big grid space at the bottom where you can do whatever you want. Their paper feels so luxurious to me. I can't describe like what their paper's like, but just know that I love their paper. It is a very smooth paper. It takes the pen really well. I don't get a lot of ghosting or bleeding at all with Hemlock and Oak. I don't know what it is about this paper, but it's wonderful. We have your holiday page here, and then just a graph paper page there, and then we go into the month. You have a checklist here on the side for your to-dos for the month, and then your calendar view. You do get a little wellness tip at the top, and then your regular holidays and stuff, and then you can see part of the next month. It's grayed out, so it's not like in your face. The numbers are gray and not the section, which I like, because I like seeing a white page. This is what your daily pages look like. The reason I love their daily planners is it combines an hourly schedule with a to-do list, and you get a lot of space for your to-do list, like a lot. And this is big enough as well. This planner isn't really big. Like it's a small, I guess it's like 7 by 9 probably. Let's measure it. It's 6 1/4 by 8 1/2. So it's not all that big, but there's a lot of room to write on these daily pages. Like I said, I ordered the dated by mistake. So what I probably will do is just cover up this date at the top. It's not that hard for me. And I might just use these pages on an undated basis just to keep going so that I don't waste this planner, because I feel like if I use it as dated and then I go for a couple weeks without using a daily page, then I'm just going to have like those blank pages in between, which I'm really not going to like. So I might go through in the beginning and just sort of cover up the dates for pretty much every day of the year. I don't know. It does have the monthly calendars in here too, but I'm just going to be using the daily pages really. Anyway, we have a focus box here and intentions up here. You have your holiday up here. And like I said, your schedule and your to-do list. Down here is a tiny little heart for wellness, I suppose. So it's so minimal, you guys, and it's beautiful. The paper is beautiful. Like, I love the color of the paper as well. It's very white. Let me get a Happy Planner just to compare it, because I know a lot of you that watch me use Happy Planner. So this is the Happy Planner paper, and this is Hemlock and Oak. So it is very white, but in my opinion, Happy Planner leans more toward gray or like a blue, and this is like a creamy white. And there's something about the color of the paper that I really love. I've loved it ever since I got my first Hemlock and Oak. It's just creamy. I don't know how to describe it. It looks white, you know what I mean? Until you put something else up to it and you're like, oh, yeah, it's a warm white, but it's not too warm. It's not cream. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop gushing about it and just show you the rest of the planner. So at the end of the month, you're probably just going right into the next one. Yeah, that's it. It goes right into the next one and we continue. There's not any extra monthly pages or anything, so if you like that kind of thing, you're not going to get it in this particular planner. But with a daily planner, I don't know that you need that. You have the ribbon bookmark, which is always so nice. It has 2 parts so that you can, you know, use it for your monthly and your weekly if you want, or however you need. Also, there are like extra charms you can buy and stuff to customize it. I didn't do any of that. Let's look at the end of the planner. I think it's just going to end. I don't know. Oh, no, it has these spaces. I forgot. It's been a couple of years since I've used a daily Hemlock and Oak. We have a year-end review. Identify 5 memories from the last year you want to cherish. Who or what are you grateful for? How your values changed in the last year. All those kinds of journaling prompts just to reflect upon your year and, you know, see how it went. Looking ahead, and then we have a bunch of blank pages in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 blank pages in the back. Quote, and then that's it. It's such a basic planner, but there's something just so nice about it. I really like this planner. The Colibri planner is going to have to be excellent to persuade me away from that Hemlock and Oak, because I'm in love with that. But I will say I was so impressed with Calibri's weekly planner that I think I'm really going to love this. Colibri is a paper company first and foremost. So they know paper, and you can really tell when you touch this paper how well they know paper. So these planners come in different sizes, A5, 7x9, or 8.5x11. This one is 7x9. The cover design is tulip, and they have tons of different cover designs. By the way, Hemlock and Oak does come in a whole bunch of different colors. Some are sold out, but just so you know, there are tons of colors to choose from here as well. But yeah, lots of different covers for this. They're all really pretty. I liked this tulip one. I thought it was really cool. It has an anti-scratch cover that's waterproof, and like it feels really soft. It's like silky kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really sturdy. By the way, you can customize these for free with your name here or whatever, and a little quote inside or whatever you want to put inside. I'm pretty sure that's for free. I decided not to do that with this particular planner. On the weekly planner they sent, I did have my word of the year on here. And if you're interested in knowing what my word of the year is, go check out that video, because I'm not saying it until my word of the year video. This paper is also very white. Let's compare the paper colors. It's pretty similar. I really love the color of this paper as well. This is even, dare I say, like whiter than this one. And I thought this was really white. I feel like this is very, very white. The whitest of the white. And let's look at it against Happy Planner paper. It's like, it makes Happy Planner paper look gray. That's so interesting, isn't it? So this retails for $47.99, by the way. The paper is 100 pound, 148 GSM, Mohawk fine paper. Other options you need to know, this gold coil was an option. This was $10 more than the silver. The silver was free. This was a $10 upgrade. These Colibri planners either come with gray shaded areas or colored shaded areas. Now, if you choose the color, it is an upgrade for $8, but you can pick from so many different color palettes and they're like really cool. You can choose the color palette that matches your planner in particular, or you can choose your own. I chose a different one. I liked it better than the one that matched the planner. I forget what this one was called. I think it was like something citrusy. By the way, this planner is made in California. It's a really customizable planner. You can also choose like your start date for the month and the week if it's a weekly planner to be either Sunday or Monday. I chose Sunday start for the month, and in my weekly planner, I chose weekly start as Monday. As I said, this is an undated daily planner. This does not come with tabs for the month since it is undated. This is 6 months worth of pages. So first we have a goal section here: career, health, wealth, family, lifestyle, personal. And then your birthday tracker here. This is your monthly dashboard page, and you would just write in the month up here. And then you have a main focus section, and then 3 goals, and then a monthly to-do list here, which I love. And this is what the undated monthly looks like. It does come lined, which is nice. And the lines are pretty spaced apart. So if you write a little bigger, you don't have to worry. You will also have a list over here in this section. The Colibri planners come with a budget page for the month and then weekly meal planning pages. You can change these up to be whatever you need them to be, or if you want to use them, you can. Of course, you don't have to. I am not someone who uses a budget planner, so I doubt I'm going to be using this, but you never know. But it's there for you every month if you need it. We have income up here, expenses, savings, and a summary down here. I love this page. Here's your weekly outlook. This page is one reason why I was drawn to this planner. I love that it has this because you can refer to your weekly schedule while you're in your daily planner. So I like this page a lot. Here's your meal planning page. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a grocery list. Notes, we have a habit tracker down here for the week. This section has like very subtle dividers there, so you could always just use this as one big section and just use it for dinners, or you don't have to use it for meal planning at all. I probably won't be. I don't know if I'll be using this in the daily planner though. I'll definitely be using it in the weekly if I decide to use that one. But I don't think I'll use it for meal planning. I'll probably use it for something else. And of course, with planners, it's very easy to customize sections to be what you need them to be. This is what your daily page looks like. I love it. I love it. Now, my only complaint about this page is I wish it was a smaller area for the schedule and a larger to-do list, because I don't think it takes a lot of space to write something you have going on, like an appointment, but it takes more space to write out a to-do, in my opinion. So I wish this was at least in the middle. That would have made me really happy, but it's not, and so I can live with this. Also, if I decide not to use this for my schedule, because I'm not super busy, this would be really great for time blocking my workday though. I think what I could do on this page, if I decided to not use this as a schedule, would be to use this section up here instead of today's goal. I could use that section for like any appointments or stuff I have going on that day, and then use all of this for to-dos. You could certainly do that. I could just totally ignore the numbers and write a to-do list on both sides. Anyway, it's there for you if you need it. We also have a note section here, and you have hydrate here. So Colibri wants you to drink your water, folks. And my body wants me to drink my water, and I'm not. Listen how froggy my voice sounds. It's because I filmed 3 videos and I took 1 sip of water. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. I love this font. I love that it's big. You can see it. It has a space for you to write in the day. I love these colors. This just really appeals to me. It's very simple and pretty. So at the end of the week, this is what you get for your next week. A next weekly outlook, your next meal planning, habits, grocery list, and notes. And then it goes right into the following week. You get a blank note page at the end of each month, which is nice. And then here's your next month. and it goes right back into the same thing. Really nice planner. We're going to do a pen test in a second on both of these planners, but let's see what is happening at the end here. Yeah, all right. This is what was so great about the weekly planner as well. You're going to get a lot of extra pages in these planners. We have important dates for the following 12 months. Of course, you can use this for something completely different because these are all blank. So you could use it for whatever. And that's the beauty of the undated planner too. Like, you don't even have months on there. You can do whatever you want. We have a password tracker here, contacts tracker here. I won't be using these, but I could use these sections for other things if I wanted. I don't know if I'm going to or not in a daily if I use this one. And then we have all these lined pages in the back, which is so nice to just have those there. You could use this as like a running to-do list or whatever you need. Okay, we have, these were the colors, by the way, that you could get to match this planner. I just like these better. I don't know. I just liked it better. Anyway, these are the colors that match the planner. You have stickers back here that say day off, errands, relax, meeting, budget, practice, family time, date night, exam, clean, to do, bill due, all that kind of stuff, like a ton of them. And then you have a pocket folder here. And then there's the back. I like that the Colibri is on the inside and not on the outside. That's really thoughtful because I don't need to advertise my planner brand. You know what I mean? I like that it's subtle like that. Very nice touch. So one thing I want to mention is this coil is pretty big. I'm not used to a big coil. I'm not used to a coil at all, really, but I'm not against it either. So it's a little bit big, but a lot of coils are big, and this is a pretty big planner. So let's do pen test. This paper is so nice. It just feels so nice. It's a very smooth feeling paper. I just really like their paper so much. I already did a pen test in the weekly planner, but I'm going to do the same thing here in case you don't want to go and watch that video. And I could just show that one to you, but no, we're going to do it in real time here. And these are the pens I'm using because these are pens I use like all the time. This is a Muji 0.38 gel pen. So it feels really good to write on. This is a Shuttle Art 0.05 gel pen. I know for a fact none of these are going to show through, but I know you want to see it. So we are going to use a 𝘮𝘗 Micron, which is like a drawing pen. And these are, I'm using a thick one at 12. We have 2 mild liners here, and I'm going to be using mild liners in all my planners this year. So let's try them out here. And then here is the big guy, the Tombow dual brush pen, and this tends to bleed through so much of my paper in different planners, but let's try it out in here. And I'm going to do what I did in the other planner, which is do something I would never do in a planner. We're going to like color. We're going to go over this twice, you guys. That is a lot of ink on the page. A lot of ink. Okay, are you ready for it? Boom. No bleed through, not even with the 2 layers of Tombow ink. When I say this is excellent paper, I really mean it. Unless you're someone who is really into like Hobonichi paper or something, which is a completely different thing, and I can't even wrap my head around that. But this is my kind of paper. I just don't like seeing ghosting when I'm writing. I don't like writing on top of like when I can see writing through it. It just drives me crazy. Let's test the Hemlock and Oak though, which is also very good paper. I don't know if it's going to take the Tombow twice, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's waste another page. Okay, let's try again. We'll put all of these down on the page. I really like the feeling of writing in Hemlock and Oak. Very smooth experience. Can you tell I get very excited about stationery and about planners? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go over it again. Like I said, I don't know if Hemlock and Oak paper can hold that without bleed through, but we're gonna see. I love Hemlock and Oak paper, don't get me wrong. It just feels, like I said, it feels luxurious. It just does, but let's see. Okay, so you're gonna see it a little bit more with the Hemlock and Oak. However, I never put that much pen down on a page in my planner, in any planner, like I said. You can see it very slightly with this Tombow. I can see it a little bit. I wouldn't call these ghosting. I would say maybe there's a little bit of ghosting there once you press down on the page. But I don't think I'm going to be using Tombows in this anyway, because this is like a really functional planner. So that does not bother me at all. And like I said, I've been using Hemlock and Oak for years, and their paper never bothers me. There's never like a lot of ghosting or anything. Like I said, I'm really particular about that, and it's never ever bothered me. But I will say, as far as like the ghosting test, I would say Colibri is a little bit better. I mean, you can still see it. Either way, neither one bothers me one bit. Let me know in the comments which daily planner you like better. I don't know if I'm going to be able to decide between these two planners. I might just switch back and forth. I really don't know. Or maybe I'll use this year and then use this next year since it's undated. I can't decide. Anyway, let me know what you think. And have you ever used either of these brands? And what are your thoughts on the layouts, the paper, all that? I love to hear what people are using for 2026 as well. So let me know that. Again, Bumble 10 is the code for Hemlock and Oak. Planning with Bumble is the code for Colibri, but both of those will be in the description box below, along with my links. Thank you so much for watching this long. If you're still here, I appreciate you guys so much. And if you're interested in more of these kinds of videos, and also a lot of other kinds of videos like decorative planning and functional planning and journaling and junk journaling, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.